Do you know someone who's intellectually advanced and emotionally immature? No? Well, you do now. Chances are you know lots of people that are like that. I would argue that intellectually advanced, emotionally immature is like the paradigm of our whole society, our whole civilization. And I would also argue that it's a deadly combination. To be intellectually advanced and emotionally immature is to put the cart before the horse. And so I think this is a very important concept. As I want to talk more about what are the solutions, all these conspiracies, all this horrible stuff going on. What is the cause and what is the solution? We know generally what the cause is. It's child abuse. And the institutions that deliberately perpetuate child abuse in order to create slaves and soldiers and prostitutes and all the other things that they want to have people that they can control. Because if technology is in fact the goal, you need a lot of slaves for technology. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So technology is both the motive to create slaves, and it is the method to control the slaves. So without technology, there really is no slavery. I think that's something also to keep in mind. And that technology is a manifestation of the intellectually advanced, emotionally immature. Look what we do with our technology. How else do you describe a civilization that's frantically talking about exploring the Mars and exploring other galaxies and flying into black holes and conquering time and space and all this grandiose religious talk around science, while we destroyed our own planet? We've poisoned our own air. We've poisoned our water. We've poisoned our food. We've poisoned them with science. We've had scientists that sit down and deliberately create little microplastics and carcinogens and chlorofluorocarbons and all the rest of it. They deliberately create these things knowing that they're going to cause cancer to their own grandchildren. So that's the short-sightedness of an intellectually advanced, emotionally immature person. And so, I've suffered with this burden my whole life, and I can tell you for sure, all the people in my family are like this. All of them. And the thing is, when you are intellectually advanced, emotionally immature, and you actually meet someone who is emotionally mature, someone who is more centered, more grounded, you may look down on that person, or you may despise them, or you may, I've seen this, and I've experienced it, I've felt it, looking down on people who are actually much more healthy than I am. Because, they don't know their times tables, whatever the intellectual justification is. And as I move into these new topics, talking about my family history and talking about taking on the responsibility, each and every one of us, as being the solution to the conspiracy, the opposite of what the other conspiracy theorists tell you. Blame the Jays, blame these people, blame extraterrestrials. I'm going to tell you the exact opposite. We all need to go inside ourselves and find which part of the conspiracy are we. What evils are in our past, or in our family histories, or in our personal histories, in our own minds, in our own psyches, buried in there, going through life unaware that we are intellectually advanced, emotionally immature, and calling ourselves geniuses and all this other stuff. But yeah, keep that concept in your mind when you look around and when you look at what's wrong. When we're trying to figure out what's wrong with everybody, this is it. We're intellectually advanced, so we think we're smarter than people who are smarter than us. It describes civilization itself. created by these broken, angry people, but they had what? They had science. They had an edge, and they knew how to use that edge against unsuspecting people who didn't know how to lie, didn't know how to steal. Why would I steal when I can make everything I need? When I can find everything I need in the forest, why would I steal? Why would I lie when everybody around me is my family? Why am I going to lie to my family and my tribe? We don't hunt better by lying to each other. So we need to rethink the human organism, what it's actually supposed to be.